$368 a month. Camera's going back today. To be very clear, if you have this stupid car loan, these evil private student loans and really bad federal student loans, camera's not in the picture. Fun is not in the picture. All those LTT stores, I love you, Linus, not in the picture. All those other things, not in the picture. It doesn't exist. There's no fun. You're consumed by debt right now.
Hello, Internet. My name is James. I'm 28 years old. I currently reside in Austin, and I make $130,000 a year as a translational data scientist.
Ooh, translational data scientist. That's pretty sweet. 138. So how you feeling living in Austin? 138,000.
130,000.
I
mean, I take it with a little bit of humility because it is a big number.
It is.
But at the same exact time, it doesn't feel like I'm quite yet comfortable yet. So that's
why don't you feel comfortable on 130?
Well, cost of rent is going up, all that jazz, and also just kind of personal life goals and what I want to do. And right now, I can't quite find the pathway to doing those things right now, right? Home ownership, a little bit of travel, especially since the entire world's reopening from all the stuff that's been happening over the past few years and all that jazz.
Oh, okay. So these goals that you're trying to achieve, home ownership is one of them, and travel?
Yes. So a very big personal hobby of mine is just traveling around the world. So far, I've been on 5 continents. I want to make it 7, and who knows, however long, just before I'm dead, hopefully.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I mean, it looks like there might be a couple messes to clean up before you're able to do some of the traveling.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you putting some of that on hold before you go? I'm sorry. Are you putting the traveling on hold before you clean up?
Yeah. Generally, I mean, especially since we're heading into the winter season right now, it's just, no traveling until the next year at the very least.
Okay. And when do you want to get a home?
Honestly, preferably within the next 5 years, I'd say. That being said, looking at the prices of houses in Austin at the moment, that is going to be a lot of money. I'm definitely looking like in the between like 700 and $1 million for a house. Ooh. Yeah, want to have a decent house and really want to like have it be my house and grow a family in it and all that jazz. So really, we'll be looking into spending the money to get a good house in a good location, all that jazz.
So $130,000 a year, talking about rent going up. What's your rent right now?
Yeah, my current rent is between $1,400, $1,500-ish.
Very expensive, but it fits. Yeah. Okay. And what is that? 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom all by yourself? Splitting?
Yeah, one bedroom all by myself.
1 bedroom for $1,500. Wow.
Yeah, no, I really got hosed because I got it with the entire like boom that was happening over the past year.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's take a look at your accounts. It looks like your paycheck is distributed between different things like RIRA, as you nicknamed it, Citi, Amex, WF, and Schwab.
Yes. So I put some into savings, I put some into checking, and then I have just a set amount I put into my Roth IRA. That should max out my Roth IRA by the end of the year. Okay,
cool. And distribution, you've only put into your... Wait, when did you start this job? Is this new?
Yes. I started it at around March of this year.
So you've only put $1,250 in for your Roth 403B. Why so little?
That doesn't quite make sense. So are you talking about?
It says year to date $1,250.
Yeah, that must be my 403B. Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about my Roth IRA previously.
Oh no, yeah, your 403B.
Yeah, that one is really just honestly the vesting from my current employer is not that great. They only match 2%, so I'm just starting with 2% at the moment. Especially since a lot of financial shenanigans happened before the job, just getting myself settled down first, and then I'll put more into that retirement account.
Now, gross. So what is this? What is your payment period?
Weekly.
Oh, weekly. That's cool. And that makes sense because gross $2,573, and the taxable gross $2,420. Total tax is $710. Blah. Yes. And then deductions of $203, and then net of $1,659. So it sucks seeing so much taken away, doesn't it?
I mean, yes, I'm thankful that I'm living in Texas because that's one less income tax to pay. But
oh, trust me, with those property taxes, I broke down the math. With your income, if you get a home with the property and sales taxes, technically you pay more taxes on a yearly basis than a middle class, upper middle class member in California. Now, when you go above about $200,000 a year, that's where they get taxed more. But since we are all flat taxes, typically under $200,000 in Texas, especially when you're a homeowner, and of course that's calculated into your rent that you're paying now, the property taxes, but we get rinsed here in Austin with disgusting property taxes.
Have to make up the tax somewhere.
Yeah. So times 52, so divide that, man, so much of your money gets taken away. I'm seeing $7,191 a month on average, post taxes and deductions and everything for money. Yeah?
Yeah, decent bit of change.
Does that sound about right then? Good.
I assume so. I know that taxes is a lot of money.
And deductions and all those goodies. And so, okay. I mean, that's still an incredible amount of money. Things can, a lot of things can be done with that much money.
Yes. Yeah. I suppose so.
So let's see for those goals. Going through, let's look at your checking account first, and we'll just plow through these accounts and see what's up.
Yes, let's do that.
Wells Fargo College checking, 535 starting balance, deposits of 501, and withdrawals of 993. So leaving a balance of $42. It's such a low balance.
Yeah, so this is basically just a toss-away account. Honestly, the only reason why I have this account at this point is that my family owes me some bit of change for some bits of technology, and that's how they get back the money to me every month.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So the additions, PayPal, $600 in, was that them?
No, that's.
Oh, sorry, that was withdrawals. I apologize. I was reading the wrong column. So there was $200 put in, and then $60 and $76. Is any of that from the family?
Yes. The 70 something amount, I believe, is from my family.
Then PayPal, $600 taken out. What's up with that?
Yeah. So that is the credit that I have with them at the moment.
Oh, a PayPal credit. Okay. But is that your family stuff?
No, that's a personal expenditure there.
Okay, but I thought this was for the family thing.
Yeah. So the reason why I have it is so that my family can forward money to that one, since they have a Wells Fargo account, and it's easiest for them just to do a transfer from a Wells Fargo account to a Wells Fargo account for them.
How much do they owe you, and for what?
Around at this point, I think is around $300-ish for a couple of cell phones that they needed to get in a couple of years ago.
What was the highest balance of that?
Highest balance of that?
Yeah, the initial purchase that you did on their behalf?
I think it was around $600-ish.
And did you buy it in cash, and then they're just paying you?
Oh no! It was an iPhone, so I bought it with my Apple Card, so 0% finance, all that jazz.
Okay, so it's 0% all the way through, and then they're paying.
Yes.
Have they missed a payment so far?
None at all. And
good.
Yeah.
Why weren't they able to finance, or why weren't they able to just buy it?
Well, their financial situation doesn't allow it, as far as I can tell. They always finance their phones. I don't understand why. For me personally, I would just outright buy my phones nowadays, personally. But yeah. Well, also this was just also a different living situation for me at that time. This was a couple of years back. I was still living with my parents, so I was swapping financial responsibilities with them. I wasn't paying rent and stuff and electricity and stuff like that. So kind of me doing my just being a good tenant in a ways. It's
your credit.
Yes.
So that's a really unique situation. I understand maybe you giving them some money.
Yes.
As staying with them and helping out the family, that makes sense. But financing on someone's behalf, that's really odd. Is that not odd to you?
I mean, I guess. It's just kind of one of those things that I swear, don't want to kind of be the stereotype, or don't want to make a stereotype real or stuff like that. But the Asian family dynamics is really weird. Like, we're kind of seen as our parents' retirement plans in some way, which I personally don't agree with. I believe in America, You need to kind of take care of yourself, right? And don't leave your children with burdens. But,
So you're not going to do it again?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. Yeah, no.
How much longer until it's done?
I think it's going to be done within like the next year or so. So pretty short time frame, hopefully. Yeah.
Well, for paying something off still, I mean, I don't know. It kind of sucks. The Schwab checking account.
Yes.
Debits. Navient. What's up with that? That sounds like student loans.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. That's a student loan that I took out on my first year of college when I wasn't properly informed about what loans was available to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, so that's a private loan. It absolutely sucks. That's honestly one of the reasons why I'm here to talk with you today, Kayla, because I really am kind of at my wit's end and kind of undecisive about it. And I'm just thinking it's like I should go either one way or the other with it, and I need an outsider's opinion on it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely give it. And then
Yeah.
I also see auto finance loan payment.
Yes, that's for my car.
So we have a car debt and we have student loans.
Yes.
Northwestern Mutual, $304. Was that just an investment?
That's a cash value life insurance plan I have with them.
Oh, you have life insurance. Why did you sign up for life insurance? Do you have any dependents or anything?
No, I don't have any as such. But just they randomly got connected with them at some point. And it's nice just to have something left over to cover whatever outstanding debts I have.
So, were you sold on it? Like aggressively?
Yeah. It was an entire conversation.
Okay. Was it like a random phone call or like a booth that you were walking past, or what was
a random
this?
phone call.
Oh, and you took them up. They must have really sold you.
Yeah. I mean, they show that it will maintain cash value and that I can draw out of it as a tax advantage investment, basically, and all that jazz.
What kind of life insurance plan is it?
Cash value.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to look more into that if we can.
Yes.
Yeah. For now, we can move on.
Yes, and I believe there's also like some disability insurance sprinkled in within it and stuff like that.
Oh, PayPal credit.
Yeah. There we go. I think you asked me about that earlier, right?
I did. Whoa, 25.49% interest.
Yeah. So this one, I'm taking advantage of their 6 months. If you pay it off, all of the interest is just null and void.
Oh, it'll void it?
Yeah. They will eliminate it.
Do you finance a lot of purchases?
I mean, finance a lot of purchases. No, generally not. I only really finance purchases that I feel will bring value. Apart from that, I just buy everything else just on a monthly basis.
The description I don't recognize. What is this? 4,323.
Yeah. I spent on a new camera.
Okay. Do you make money with camera stuff?
Oh no, this is purely a hobby thing for myself. So here, actually, let me give you some context. So it's since been delayed until next year. With travel. But
What's been delayed?
No, the travel bit. So I actually had travel scheduled in for next month in November. And I was going to save up for this camera and anyway, put away $200 a weekish for this camera and have it, be able to purchase it purely in cash by around March of next year, in time for the travel. Well, no, it wouldn't have been in time for the travel previously. And so it's like, hey, I could get this with 0% finance, and this was money I was going to put away from it anyways, and I'm not paying any interest on it. Okay, why
Wait,
not?
hold on. Do you have an emergency fund?
Yeah.
How much?
I'd say around $6,000-$7,000 at this point.
It's probably not enough for you, and you're out financing a camera?
Yes.
Doesn't really make sense. I'll be 100% honest. And since you don't need it yet, I mean, you can fit it into buying it in cash because I think you could save up for it so quickly. I don't understand why this was done, especially when we don't have a finance. We have student loans. We have a car loan. It's just returnable.
Yeah, I can look into that.
Okay. That is something I would definitely do if able to. Reverse this. Close it out with PayPal. I don't know, dude. With your income, I see no reason why you don't just buy things. There is, with the 0% financing, there is some good logic sometimes. Like, okay, I can just put this much towards it now, and then the rest of the money, since it's a 0%, as long as I'm very disciplined and I never miss a single payment, the rest of the money that I would put towards the buying the $4,323 in cash, I can put in investing, and on average with like the S&P 500, give me like 10% a year on average. There's logic that works behind that. I don't think you needed to do this though. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit in your situation currently. Agreed or disagree?
I mean, given that my travel has been rescheduled, and that was the primary reason why I bought the camera, I totally agree with you.
This doesn't bring in any income. This is just fun, right?
Yeah, this is entirely a hobby. It's a hobby that I've maintained for close to 15 years at this point. And honestly, my previous camera is eclipsing over 10 years old, so that's why I thought, it's a reasonable time to replace, especially with how good the camera technology is getting.
Well, let's look and see what the total financial situation looks like before we... I would probably return it, but let's see what the whole picture looks like first. So we have a Visa signature credit card.
Yes, my Visa.
149 previous balance, and then you immediately paid it off, and then a $32 purchase right now. Some video game stuff, right?
Yeah, that's basically, I barely use this card anymore.
Again, we'll have to look at the full picture for I have any official thoughts on that, but I already have thoughts going through my head. We have an American Express. Looks like you paid off your previous balance of $936. New purchases of $254. Floatplane Media. It's only $3. T-Mobile payment. Starbucks. Is that T-Mobile payment? The phones that for your family?
Yeah, no, that's my personal cell phone plan.
That's your personal. Okay. Starbucks, $10. Courtyard, 208. You traveled?
Yes. I took a trip over to Houston. Was able to visit the Space Center. Had a lot of fun.
It was looking like you're paying off all your balances, but there's interest charged this year of $22.
Yes. So this was earlier this year. I was in dire straits between jobs, and I simply just couldn't pay off the entire balance.
Why were you between jobs?
Quite simply, COVID, quite literally.
You got laid off and then you were having trouble finding a job?
Yeah. It was a really brutal job search cycle around 6 months.
Wow.
Which was really rough. I honestly, if I didn't get the job when I did, I was going to be having a lot of fun driving Ubers and whatnot.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got a job. And I'm glad it's been working out so far. We have another American Express credit card. This looks like your primary spending, $2,998 previous balance. Then you paid that off. New purchases of $1,644.
Yes, that's just my daily spending card. My logic behind it is that I get between 2 and 3% reward on everything, and you're paying the same price whether it's cash or card. So just put it all into the card.
LTT store, Linus Tech Tips.
Yep. The backpack came out and is shipping out soon.
Cool. And then there is a lot of fun in here. Sugar Pine, Satin Coffee, Wendy's, a Squarespace, $144.
Oh yeah, that's my annual payment for a website. Yeah. No, I would not spend that much monthly on the web technology. That's stupid.
Wendy's, coffee again, Dragon Layer comments. Bird, Buckhorn Saloon, Dough Pizzeria, McDonald's, Precision Camera, more camera spending. That's pretty expensive at $43. Amazon, Wendy's, Adobe Photography Fan, so more camera stuff. Again, it doesn't bring in anything. It's all hobby. Hobby's okay, but we see you have a little mess to clean up. Hopdoddy, more coffee, Dragon's Lair Comments, Amazon, Zikui, it's not. Dave & Buster's, McDonald's, LTT store again, Epic Games Store, Microsoft Store, Coffee, Wendy's, YouTube Premium, a restaurant, and another Steam purchase. So a lot of non-necessities on here. What?
Now that I see it, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. No, like yeah. So a lot of the Sawton stuff. That is just my weekly trip off to the cafe. Probably should order less from them, honestly. But yeah, just my one day that I'm not working from home, so I don't go crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, we will see if that's good. Now you have a total balance on your Apple Card of $247, and then 3 bakery purchases and things that are financed. So what do you have financed on here? Because there's 4 different finance, pretty expensive ones.
Yeah, I know that one of them is is the phone for my family that I previously referenced. I believe one of them should be this Apple Watch, which I believe should be paid off by the end of the year. So that's one less thing to worry about.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think one of them was like some accessories to go with that aforementioned phone.
And is that the cheap one?
I believe so. If it's
That'll be done October 31st, looks like.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be done pretty soon.
Yeah, the 359 will be done a full year from now. That's too long.
A full year from now?
Yeah.
Okay.
October 31st, 2023.
Oof.
And then November 30th, 2022 for the $492 one. So that's probably is that the watch?
Yeah, probably the watch.
It's so expensive. You're financing so much. But there are some investment accounts before we get into the student loans and car loan. We have a Schwab Roth IRA balance of $28,638. Wow, so you've been contributing to this for a while.
Yeah. As soon as I got out of college and got my first job, I've just put money into it and just try to max it out every year.
Very cool. And then we have and that's all S&P 500 based, looks like.
Yep,
pretty much.
Just follow the market. I don't work in Wall Street. I don't know whether they're good stocks to trade.
Okay. And a Schwab IRA of $2,485. So pretty new.
Yeah. So this is just rollover from some of my other employers. Thinking about converting it over to a Roth IRA.
And then that's all S&P 500 base as well. We have a Fidelity Simple IRA of $998.
Again, another employer.
Oh,
yeah, I don't want to sound like that I'm switching jobs all the time, but I think we're all in the same exact life situation right now where jobs aren't really as stable as we hoped.
And then here's your 403B with your current employer, $1,096. So again, you haven't been there very long.
Yes. Hoping to up that, honestly, as things settle. But like I said before, they only match 2%, which from what I'm reading online is not the best.
No, it's not the best.
Though they're a not for profit.
Hey, it's still good though. I mean, you're getting, yeah, it's still a match. Many people don't get a match. Crazy enough.
Yeah, I feel bad for them, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, good. Again, you're putting them into the right fund, so happy to see that. Do you have 2 different student loans?
Yes, yeah, I have federal student loans, and then I have that one Nobian student loan that
is private.
It's private, yeah. So,
okay.
So this is a personal outreach thing that actually I'm going to say directly to the internet, because this is something that I also tell students at my alma mater high school when I go and help them with college counseling. Only federal loans. Only federal loans. This private loan is a thorn in my side. I absolutely dislike it. I'll probably be able to pay it off within the next 3 to 5 years, I'd say, especially given my income. But honestly, it is the worst loan in the world. I honestly wish that universities do a better job of explaining that pretty much all of your tuition can be covered by federal loans. They didn't do that for me, so...
Well, they just want their money, but we needed the public school system before that to teach about how this works. And then cash flow community college, because community college is great.
Yes.
So it looks like the federal loans, $56,000, is that the federal?
That sounds about right.
Oh, and then the private is $20,785.
Yes, brutal.
With accrued interest on a monthly basis of $178 currently.
Wait, that's how much interest I'm paying?
Yeah.
Goodness.
No, that's how much is accruing on it currently right now.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now, of course, you'll be paying that down. But
yeah, and of course, the interest gets paid off with each monthly payment. So my monthly payment is a lot less than what I actually pay them. So that's great.
Yeah, and that monthly payment is $351.
Yep.
Now, your federal student loans, they range from 3 to 7%. Most of them are on the lower side. But Still, it's a massive balance. Now, were you Pell Grant?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just a regular student.
Oh, wait. How much did you make last year?
How much did I make? Around 92 grand.
Okay.
So I should be qualified for the 10,000 student loan relief from.
It'll bring it down to 44,000.
Yes.
Woo. Okay. One more debt. Then we can get an action plan together.
Yep, the good old car.
Wait, actually, what's the Navient interest rate? 10.25.
Wait, is that high right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That's disgusting. That's very bad, my dude. Very bad, my dude. Oh,
Yeah.
and there's like, oh no, the chance for refinancing is kind of passed because interest rates are so high. And what's your credit score?
I know that Experian and I forgot what's the other one, TransUnion, both have me categorized as excellent, which makes me totally confused. I don't really understand how those credit score things really actually mean that I'm good at these debts, personally. Because I'm just like, look at all those student loans, right? Sure, my debt to income ratio might not be as horrific as some people in America, but still, it's a lot of debt.
Okay. Then you have a car.
Yep.
Payoff amount $5,676, so still a good amount. Well, what was the purchase price of this car? What is this car?
It's a Honda Civic. I bought a new back when I was starting my doctoral program back in 2017.
It's the student loans for a doctoral program?
Yeah. I had some student loans for my doctoral program. That was an entire, like you said about how colleges are just interested in taking your money. The doctoral program, it was in one was that I had a lab that I was affiliated with that I thought I could do a doctorate with. After 1 year with them, it was very clear that it wasn't going to work out, and I left. But still, I'm left with a debt.
Oh, man, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, the car loan is for a car. It's not for the student. It's not for courses, of course.
At a 6% interest rate, so not great. Not the worst we've seen. Not great.
Yeah.
$368 a month. Camera's going back today. To be very clear, if you have this stupid car loan, these evil private student loans and really bad federal student loans, camera's not in the picture. Fun is not in the picture. All those LTT stores, I love you, Linus, not in the picture. All those other things, not in the picture. It doesn't exist. There's no fun. You're consumed by debt right now.
Well, thanks for describing it as I've felt for the past 3 years and been trying to talk to people about, but nobody has been.
Why haven't you sacrificed yet then? If, we still saw a vacation being taken. We still saw you financing things like your Apple Watch, which is probably too late to, take back now. Lots of going out to eat, lots of video game purchases.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a struggle, honestly.
What's the struggle been?
The struggle have been with work-related, not making nearly enough money, all the like, and just been trying to de-stress.
I don't know. You said you made $90,000 last year. I think you could have cut back on spending.
Yeah, I guess I could have.
You bring in so much money post everything on a monthly basis currently, $7,191, and your rent, though expensive, is only $1,000. Like, what was it, 500?
Yeah, 1,500.
Yeah, from 191, dude, you have so much money left over. Like, I'm a little confused. Okay.
I'm asking the same exact questions, honestly.
Well, here's what I would do, non-official financial advice, were I in your shoes. Obviously return the camera so you're not paying those minimum monthly payments. Continue paying the minimum monthly payments on everything else because you're already locked in. Obviously, never finance something for a family member again. This car, $5,000. You could really do more than this if you wanted to, but I think this is what you do at a minimum. After your rent, you have $5,691 to play with. Now you have minimum monthly payments on things. You probably have like $5,500 or $4,500 to play with.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'd put $2,750 this month minimum towards your car. Next month, I'd put $2,750 towards it again, and then the car's gone. Just about.
Cool.
Why not have your car payment done next month? Why not have a paid for car by the end of next month, right?
Well, I mean, it's financed, and it'll be paid off within the next year.
No, pay it off by next month.
Yeah, but I mean, you just said that this one is 10%.
This one's 10%, but you can pay off this car immediately and get rid of that minimum monthly payment. Getting rid of that minimum monthly payment that you can pay off so quickly will help you pump more money towards this $20,000 loan. I get the logic, and it makes sense. If they were closer, I would finagle it a little more, but they're split between $15,000. So car would go first.
Okay, and then that'll be my car after 2 months. That'll be nice.
Yeah, so car's paid off or in October, right?
Yeah, so by the end of the year, it'll be my car.
Yeah, I say by the end of November. So beginning of December, you have a paid for car. And then put $3,000 a month minimum. You could do more if you wanted to. $3,000 a month, which is essentially 10 times your minimum monthly payment for this private student loan. Man, so much debt. 7 months. 7 months and this is gone. So June, because you're starting in December.
Nice.
How would that feel? Private student loan gone, paid for car, June.
Well, no, I don't care as much about the car, like I made it very clear to you, but that's private student loan. Exhilarating.
Well, you should care about the car.
I mean, it'll be paid off by the end of next year anyways.
End of next year? No, it's paid off by the end of next month.
Yeah, no. It is exciting. I do agree with you that it's exciting, but this is the one that I care more about, honestly. Just throwing them aside all the time. Never knew when it's going to end.
Well, it'll be done by June.
Awesome.
Which is awesome. But in order to do that, no more eating out, no more of those fun video games, and no more financing random purchases, and certainly not a $5,000 camera.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're returning that. Yeah. Okay, so cool. That's all of a sudden done by June. And then what I recommend for these student loans, so hopefully $10,000 is forgiven, and whatever the high interest rates ones are that are above 4%, throw all that extra money you have now with those minimum monthly payments gone, maybe like $3,500, if not more, towards all those high interest ones, and then you can pay the minimum monthly payments on the ones that are 4% or less, because it just mathematically makes more sense. Unless they feel like a thorn in your side and they're emotionally getting to you, then feel free to pay those off as well.
The low interest ones don't bother me that much at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that's what I would do, but what are you actually going to do?
Well, look to return the camera, first and foremost. Cut back on a lot of the entertainment spending, honestly, because...
All of it.
All of it?
Until this crap is done, yeah, you can't afford to eat out right now.
I'm going to try to do 99% of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep a really restricted budget, see how low I can possibly go, sanely, because I 100% respect what you're saying, Caleb, but at the same exact time, I also just need to make sure that I don't go crazy doing it personally. But yeah, no, I'm going to go as far as I can on that. Pay off the student loans, pay off the car. And happy days. And then after that, I can then focus in on saving up for all of the things I said before with house and travel.
Ooh, you want a pretty expensive house. And after all these debts, by the way, except for the low interest federal student loans, let's get that emergency fund at $20,000.
20,000?
Yeah.
That's
or 15 at least.
15?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a little low right now for you.
Yeah, no, totally agreed. Yeah.
And that should be considered an emergency getting to that. So you still have to cut back until you get that. And then you can start having a little more fun.
Okay,
again.
so that's 20 grand, 3,500 a month. You said that I should be putting away at the very least.
Well, you already have 8 in there, right? In your emergency fund?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think you could go to 15. So I mean, you could couple months.
Yeah, just add 3 months to it. Okay. So yeah,
I think through the end of next year, you're not having fun though. I'm sorry, but it's to clean up the mess of the past so you can have an incredible future.
Yeah, clean start. Wasn't there like that very shocking statistic that if you have no debts and $10 in your pocket, you're like richer than like most Americans?
Yeah. Yeah, Americans are in debt to their eyeballs. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. And have very, very basic savings. So, yeah. I mean, I think you got this. This is a huge mess. But if you do this right, I think you'll be in a fantastic place. So I think we should follow up in 6 months. And in 6 months, we'll follow up in 7 months, and your private student loan should be gone and your camera should be returned.
Yeah, let's do that.
And your car will be done as well.
Awesome.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
Let's do this. Thanks for having this conversation, Caleb. We chatted a little bit before we got the cameras rolling, right? A lot of the times people just, whenever I try to be candid with trying to talk about my finances with a lot of my trusted friends, they pretty much shut down once they hear how much I make. So it's really nice to, honestly, Gail, you're doing the good fight, just showing people it's like, hey, doesn't matter how much or how little you make, you can be in a better financial place in the long run.
Let James know what you think about his financial situation in the comments below. And if you want to see these happen live as well, talk with me on a daily basis and have a video chat once a week-ish, feel free to join my private Discord, which is linked in the description below, and it really helps this channel grow. Shout out to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters: Abdul Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Clayton006, Tyler Chung, Drew Smith, Timothy Williams, Sam I Am, Jason Spriggs, Nicholas Daly, Tom L, Jay Freedom, and Hans. 8 Cups of Coffee supporters making the dream come true: Joseph Strickland, Anthony, an anonymous supporter, and Sam V03. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.